After reviewing her PSR, just a few things to highlight for the court, so the additional information. She is 38 years old, Your Honor. She is divorced. She has two children, an 18-year-old and an 11-year-old. They're living with her 18-year-old father. Her 18-year-old is going to be graduating high school in New York. If at all possible, she did indicate to me that if there was any way, she would like to be present to attend that. Again, in light of our discussions, it seems that may not be likely, but again, there's that factor. She certainly has that motivation to look forward to stay clean. This is her first felony. She has never been to prison before. She doesn't seem like she has a juvenile record other than a self-reported complicity charge. Other than that, there's no other juvenile record, Your Honor. She does not have a valid driver's license. She owes license fees. I asked her, of course, what she does for a living and confirmed that per the pre-sentence report, she is self-employed as an in-home caregiver. Of course, my follow-up question was, how do you get to the homes of the people you're providing care for? She said she takes Uber. I then said, would it not be more beneficial to you to save your Uber money to go towards your fees for your driver's license so that you don't have to continue to rely on Uber to get to that job? She agreed with me. So one of her goals then would be to obtain her driver's license, to obtain her GED. She only completed the 9th grade at Euclid High School, so that is a goal that she'd like to accomplish as well, potentially getting her an opportunity for better employment. She indicated that the individual that she was with at the time she committed this offense was a person that she met at the jail. They exchanged numbers, went shopping together, became friends so that they could abuse substances. So she knows that she needs to make better friend choices. She does take responsibility in that she knows and recognizes she has her substance abuse, so her desire to attend NeoCap.
Buckle up, guys. Today we are going to witness a sentencing hearing where everything hangs in the balance. The court opens by laying out the defendant's life in detail. She's 38 years old, a divorced mother of two, with one child nearing graduation, and another living apart from her. This is her first felony, her first real encounter with prison-level consequences. Addiction, instability, and unfinished goals frame the stakes as the court begins weighing punishment versus rehabilitation.
NeoCap and or do another jail treatment program. She's willing to do those things, Your Honor, so that she can better herself and demonstrate to the court that she can leave the drug life behind. She was seemingly brought up in this sort of environment as evidenced by the death of several of her family members, Your Honor, including her father, who, as I understand, died of an overdose, her two sisters that she's lost. So she's also indicated in the pre-sentence report that she would like some grief counseling. She's never squarely dealt with the death of several of her family members, Your Honor. So she has a lot of things that she'd like to consider. So again, I asked her specifically what her goals were, other than just what the court might hear from many defendants, which is, well, I just want to change or be a better person. When I asked her how she wanted to do that, she did tell me that she did want to increase her education level, get her driver's license back, get a better job, be there for her children, stay away from the people that provide her the opportunity to continue to abuse substances, Your Honor. Furthermore, she is indicated to me that she is in contact with Signature Health at Willoughby with an individual named Nicole Pavella. She wants to continue her involvement with Signature Health. She indicated in her pre-sentence report she wanted to do virtual substance abuse classes. I said, that's not going to fly. That's another reason why you need to get your driver's license. And until then, if you're going to do treatment, you need to get there in person. So she's got a lot of things that she's hopeful to look forward to, Judge, and she understands that the court certainly has every right and intention of sending her to NeoCap, Your Honor. She would just like the court to consider availing itself of all the options available. Thank you.
As the presentation continues, the deeper layers of her story come out. The court hears about a childhood shaped by addiction, the deaths of close family members, and unresolved grief she has never properly faced. She speaks of wanting education, stability, and better choices, not just vague promises of change. From the outside, it's clear this moment is about credibility. The judge listens as the picture forms of someone standing between generational trauma and a final chance to break free.
What do you want?
What do you mean, what do I want? Like,
What do you want?
I would like,
You're sitting here now, I gotta do something, what do you want?
I would like to give the chance to get out and do meetings. I will go to in-person meetings. I will take the bus. I will bust my butt to get my GED, get my license, do meetings, get a sponsor. That's my first and foremost thing, Your Honor, is to get a sponsor to help me do the 12-step, because I've never fully completed the steps. Do IOP, take care of my kids, and further my education so I can get my own business and have an in-home healthcare business. You will not see me back here, Your Honor. I know you've heard that time and time again, but this is my first felony, and this is going to be my only felony.
Not if you keep using drugs.
That's why I want to get the help. I need to get the tools.
What you think you need and what you need are worlds apart.
You're correct. You're right.
I mean, up until I walked in here, you wanted to go to prison for 12 months.
That's because I wasn't thinking. I would just jump in the spur of the moment, just thinking,
Well, I mean, how can it be spur of the moment if you've been sitting over there for 77 days?
Because
What have you been doing for 77 days?
I've been going to AA meetings. I've been reading the Recovery Bible. I've been trying to connect spiritually. I've never really had been connected with God. I've been trying to connect and think.
Now the defendant speaks directly, and the room shifts. She tells the judge exactly what she wants: freedom, treatment meetings, a sponsor, and the chance to raise her children properly. She insists this case will be her first and last felony. From a third-party view, this is the emotional pivot, where hope is offered plainly, but bold promises invite scrutiny, and the judge is clearly not prepared to accept words without hard proof behind them.
Think everything through. Think about what I need to do, what I'm going to do.
All right, so if you've been doing that for 77 days, why did you come in here and say you wanted to go to prison for 12
Because
months?
to be honest with you, I did not think that I was going to be getting NeoCamp.
Well,
I did not think that was going to be a possibility.
what did you think was going to be a possibility?
I thought it was going to be JCP, IOP, probation, and
Okay.
that's it.
Okay, so what's your problem with NeoCap?
From what I've heard, I mean, I don't.
Who have you heard it from?
Inmates and other people, which I shouldn't be listening to. No, I don't have a problem with NeoCamp. It was just I just didn't think that. I don't know. I don't have an answer, Your Honor.
What the problem is, in addition to your abuse of drugs over the last 15 years,
Right.
is your lack of ability to reason, to think through and reason, okay? And that's exactly one of the primary things NeoCap is designed to do. Christ almighty, you jumped out of a car that was moving at least 20 miles an hour. Now, you were either completely screwed up on drugs or have no valid thought process. One of those two things. Probably both. So you need to rewire your brain. And virtual meetings are literally worthless.
The judge begins pressing, challenging her logic and exposing contradictions. He questions what she's done during her 77 days in custody and why she previously asked for prison instead of treatment. Her answers reveal fear, confusion, and reliance on jailhouse opinions rather than clear thinking. Observing this exchange, it becomes obvious the court is testing not just her honesty, but her ability to reason, reflect, and truly understand the choices in front of her.
That's why I was.
Okay? If you think you can cure this thing by going to meetings and getting a sponsor, then your thinking ain't right.
And IOP.
Well,
And not virtually, I said I'd go in person.
the IOP is only as good as the work that the person puts into it, and then that's only half the battle.
And I'm willing to do all of it.
All right, well, I guess you're gonna be given an opportunity here to rewire your brain. And you're either gonna utilize the opportunity or you're not gonna utilize the opportunity, okay? This half-ass shit don't work,
Right.
okay? So, you decide, I mean, you're 38, right?
Yes, sir.
And your kids are how old?
11 and 18.
And the 11-year-old is in the custody of somebody who isn't even a parent of the 11-year-old.
I know, Your Honor.
Okay? So how screwed up is that? So you can either continue to let it be screwed up or unscrew it up.
That's why I want the opportunity to get out
Now,
so I can do
you'll get
this.
the opportunity, but that's not the question, okay? The question is what you're gonna do with the opportunity. Because 95% of the people that run through that seat right there get the opportunity, okay? About 10% of those people who get the opportunity take advantage of the opportunity. So you can be part of the 90% or part of the 10%. But that's up to you.
The tone hardens as the judge delivers a blunt reality check. He references her dangerous behavior, her long-term drug use, and her impaired decision-making. Treatment, he explains, is about rewiring the brain, not checking boxes. Statistics are laid out coldly. Most people fail when given opportunity. From the outside, this moment feels decisive. The judge makes it clear this isn't about sympathy, but about whether she will be part of the small group that actually changes.
I understand, Your Honor.
Saleshi?
Thank you, Your Honor. The state is reluctantly recommending community control sanctions.
Why reluctantly?
Well, as the court's aware, the defendant has vacillated between prison
Right.
and neocap within the last 5 to 10 minutes that we've been here, and also reluctantly because she's had prior attempts at treatment and appears to have wasted those opportunities.
A perfectly reasonable reasoning. Go ahead.
Thank you. So, like I said, reluctantly, it is apparent she needs treatment if there's any hope of her succeeding in the future. So we are recommending all the treatment tools available to her: JTP, NeoCap, AA meetings, any other terms this court deems appropriate. There are 77 days credit.
Okay, thank you.
Decision point, Your Honor, also for...
They don't have that for women.
What?
Yeah. Now, listen, when you sit here and you think about jail treatment and NeoCap and everything else, the first thing that goes through your mind is, that's gonna take me months and months and months, right? Isn't that part of what your reasoning is? Part of why when you came in here, you just wanted to go to prison and get it over with? Isn't it?
Kind of.
Kind of, because that's what all the dipshits over there say.
The prosecution steps in with a reluctant recommendation for community control. They acknowledge she needs treatment, but point out her history of wavering and wasted opportunities. This hesitation carries weight. As observers, we see both sides converging on the same truth. Treatment is necessary, but trust is thin. The court now stands at a decision point, balancing accountability with the hope that structured intervention might succeed where previous efforts failed.
Okay? That's what you're gonna get.
Sorry for that, Your Honor.
Who is that?
That's a friend of mine.
Who is it?
Who is it?
Yeah.
He's a friend of mine,
I
James.
know, what's his name?
James Checarellis.
Okay. Probably shouldn't hang around Chicarellis, okay? Because he seems to be in the group of dipshits, quite frankly, by the way he conducts himself in here, okay?
I'm sorry for that, Your Honor.
It's not your fault, okay? But it will be your fault if you keep hanging around her, okay? Because he appears to be an idiot,
That's who I'm. If I were you to give me a chance, that's who I'm leaving with. Is my mom.
okay? Your mom's very upset here today.
Very. She's all I am. I'm all she has. She's not doing good health-wise, and I'm all she has.
Then you ought to be more concerned about her than you are about getting high.
See, you're absolutely right, Your Honor. Me sitting in there has been so long, she needs me out there. My kids need me out. I want to prove to you. I know you've heard it time and time again.
An unexpected interruption exposes another risk. A phone rings, and the judge immediately questions who is calling and why. The name mentioned raises concern, and the judge warns her about the company she keeps. From an outside perspective, this moment is revealing. It shows how quickly old influences can reappear, even inside a courtroom. The judge's warning is clear. Recovery isn't possible as she returns to the same people and patterns.
Bob, go see if that idiot's still hanging around.
We left out the courthouse.
You did, okay. All right, I've reviewed the pre-sentence report and the psychological evaluation. Does that guy's name ring a bell to you by any chance?
Yeah, that's who she said she was going to be living with when she gets out.
Oh, that's in Euclid?
No.
Okay, that's who you've been living with, right?
No, I'm living with my mom.
No, I'm in the PSR. You've been living in
The
Euclid.
information she gave us, that's where she,
Right.
that was her residence.
Okay.
And then she told me that's where she was going back. So.
Okay, all right. So I considered the pre-sentence report, the psychological evaluation. I've considered what you have told me, what counsel has told me. And I've considered all the provisions in 29, 29, 11, 12, and 13.
Attention turns to her mother, who is visibly distressed. The defendant explains that her mother's health is failing and that she depends on her. The judge flips that argument, pointing out how addiction has already taken her away from family responsibilities. Watching this unfold, it's evident the court is reframing her motivation. Love alone isn't enough. Action must follow. This emotional exchange sets the stage for the final ruling.
I'm going to place you on community control for 3 years. You're going to serve 122 days with credit for 77. The last 30 days, you're going to go into the jail treatment program. You're going to complete it. You're going to follow the recommendations. Then you're going to go to NeoCap, complete it, and follow the recommendations. So those 2 first steps are very important, okay? Because that's going to give you the information you need to know in order to change your habits of drug ingestion and change your habits of thinking, okay? After that, you're going to go to a sober living facility for a minimum of 6 months. You're going to get a mental health evaluation, which you'll probably be able to get at NeoCap, and follow those recommendations. Because you need to deal with all this stuff that's happened in your past. Because if you don't learn to deal with it, then you'll be back where you are.
The sentence is finally delivered. The judge orders community control with strict conditions, jail treatment, followed by neo-CAP, sober living, and mental health care. Each step is explained as necessary to change both behavior and thinking. From an observer standpoint, this is a structured lifeline with real consequences attached. Prison is avoided for now, but only if she fully commits. The court makes it clear this path is demanding by design.
All that time, sir.
Right. Here we go. Channeling the dipshits over here.
It's not channeling the dipshit, sir. That's
What?
that's more time than what I'd be getting for prison.
Here we go again. Here we were back to where we were 25 minutes ago.
But to be honest with you, sir, that's the truth.
What is it? Of course it's the truth.
Take me to prison.
Of course it's the
Send me to
truth.
prison.
You're to go to only one doctor, one dentist, and one pharmacy for
That's fine.
medication. You're to take your medication as prescribed.
That's fine.
And you're going to get a valid driver's license, full employment. You're going to go to at least 3 AA or NA meetings a week and get a sponsor and pay the cost and supervision fees. If you violate, then I'll send you to prison for 12 months.
Can you please send me to prison?
Anything else, Ms. Alessi?
Just the forfeiture of the items, Your Honor.
Forfeited?
Thank you.
Mr. Mulkey?
Not at all, Your Honor. Thank you.
How are you not gonna send?
As conditions continue, Tension resurfaces when the defendant realizes the treatment path is longer than a prison sentence. The judge shuts that down immediately, outlining strict rules and a clear warning. Violate them, and prison will follow. From the outside, this is a final line in the sand. The opportunity is real, but unforgiving.